Hi, welcome to Have an IPA with a CPA, our YouTube channel. I'm Paul Mueller, Managing Director of Mueller Pine Associates, a CPA firm with offices in Northern Colorado and Katy, Texas. Today, I'm at Liquid Mechanics Brewing in Lafayette, Colorado, with Davin Helden, the captain of the ship of the brewery. Is that your title?
Right.
That's your title of the
Head
brewery.
paper filer.
Yeah. Davin, I think one of the things that's unique about breweries is they all have a name, and I'm sure there's a story behind every name. What's the story behind Liquid Mechanics?
Well, Liquid Mechanics is actually our third name. The first one was Bone Shaker,
Okay.
Bone Shaker Brew House, and it's a Victorian era slang term for a bicycle because they used to be made with wooden wheels.
Sure.
And
No shocks.
no shocks, and you'd ride on cobblestone streets and they'd shake your bones.
Right.
And so we kind of liked that imagery, as kind of retro, vintage, Americana, kind of a.
But what happened? Why couldn't you take
Oh,
the
we
name?
got there's a Bone Shaker pub in California,
Ah,
and
yeah.
we knew about them. And they were thinking about opening a brewery, and so we called them and said, "Hey, can we use the name? We're a brewery, you're a pub. Stay out of each other's way." And they said, "No." Which
Okay.
is fine. So then we moved on to Barking Iron.
Okay. I
Brew
remember
House.
I remember that
Yep.
name. Yeah.
It was a long
Early
time
on.
ago. And also a Victorian era slang term for a gun, because it's iron and it barks at you when you fire it.
Right.
So again, it's kind of a Victorian era thing, Americana, kind of gritty, kind of a little bit nasty
Sure,
name
yeah.
for sure. And we actually trademarked that, and then got a cease and desist letter from Barking Iron Clothing Company.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But they sell like $300 t-shirts to Nicolas Cage. So they had some lawyers, and our lawyer at the time, we weren't even open yet, so choose a different name.
There you go. Yeah.
So by that time, we had it with trying to find our own name, and we worked with a branding guy named Josh Emmerich.
Okay.
He's done a few breweries, Copper Kettle and Green Brothers.
So you
and
reached
some
out
others.
to some outside help to come up
Yeah,
with
and
that
he was
unique
always
name.
going to be working with us on the branding and design and stuff. And so we said, well, can you also come up with a name? And so he saw our first two names, kind of gritty and red, white, blue-ish thing.
Yeah.
And he came up with Liquid Mechanics, and we fell in love. I think it was the best name for us. We all come from the biotech industry, so it's kind of a play on fluid dynamics.
Sure. Yeah.
Also the mechanics.
Mechanics is kind of like a basic industry, and I mean that's what y'all are doing back here. Is you're manufacturing
stuff.
And in fact, you are manufacturing some great beer. So tell us, we each have a beer here. This is my favorite, which is the peanut butter porter. Talk about this a little bit. How much peanut butter goes into this beer? And I'm gonna go ahead and drink while we're talking.
It's quite a bit. I think we put in 10 pounds per barrel, and we have to do a 10-barrel batch of it.
What brand? What brand? Or are you allowed to say?
It is a proprietary brand.
Okay.
So it's organic peanut product.
Okay.
And we started out doing a collaboration with a friend of ours, Justin Gold, who owned Justin's Nut Butter out of Boulder, Colorado.
Sure.
And he does peanut bars and things like that.
Sure.
So we decided to put it in a beer, and not too many people are doing that at the time. And people seem to really like that beer. I'm drinking Lucid AF IPA. That is our flagship, if there is such a thing as flagship anymore.
Beer.
Just a good West Coast IPA, a little bit juicy, a little bit piney, a little bit dank, and that's my go-to.
So the other thing I want to ask is what's behind us up here on the wall, and the camera doesn't capture the entire extent, but you've got an entire wall, the length of this wall, with awards. You all must be really active at heading out to Beer Fest and no fear when it comes to competition, I guess.
Yeah, no fear. We like to enter our beers in competitions because we get some unbiased feedback from professional beer judges. Having somebody talk to us across the bar about what they like and don't like about a beer of ours, that's one thing. And of course, sales are the most important thing. But we like to get feedback on our beers, and they tend to win.
So-
There's 64 of them up
Oh,
there.
I was about to say, I mean, I knew there were numerous dozens of medals up here. Is there one up there that particularly is meaningful to you?
I mean, they're all our favorite children, the beers that win. Winning an award at Great American Beer Festival, that was a big deal. But they're all special in their own way. Some of those medals, actually help to improve our beers. When we like our
Are there
Kolsch.
like judging notes or something that you get as a result of the competition? Okay.
Yes, so we get judging notes. Also, if we have a beer that repeatedly wins, like our Kolsch, it's a light German ale. And pretty much every competition we enter that into, it wins something. And so we feel like that's pretty dialed in. The ones that don't win awards, and there are those, we know that we need to make better.
That you need to work on.
Yep.
Cool. Davin, thank you very much
Thank you, Paul.
for spending some time with me. We're here today at Liquid Mechanics, filming a series of videos for our Have an IPA with a CPA YouTube channel. So we'll have this one posted out there as well. We encourage you to check our channel and subscribe to our channel as we update with various videos on tax and accounting topics. So appreciate your time today. Davin, I appreciate your time
Absolutely.
spending with us, and more to come. Thank you.